You make a difference. A teacher in New York decided to honor each of her seniors in high school by telling them the difference they each made. She called each student to the front of the class, one at a time. First, she told them, each of them, how they had made a difference to her and the class. Then she presented each one of them with a blue ribbon imprinted with gold letters which read, "Who I am makes a difference." Afterwards, the teacher decided to do a class project to see what kind of impact recognition would have on a community. She gave each of the students 3 more ribbons and instructed them to go out and spread this acknowledgement ceremony. Then they were to follow up on the results, see who honored whom, and report back to the class in about a week. One of the boys in the class went to a junior executive in a nearby company and honored him for helping him with his career planning. He gave him a blue ribbon and put it on his shirt. Then he gave him 2 extra ribbons and said, "We're doing a class project on recognition, and we'd like you to go out, find somebody to honor, give them a blue ribbon, then give them the extra blue ribbon so they can acknowledge a third person to keep this acknowledgement ceremony going. Then please report back to me and tell me what happened. And I'd like you to do the same in the comments. That would be great." Later that day, the junior executive went in to see his boss, who had been noted, by the way, as being kind of a grouchy fellow. He sat his boss down and he told him that he deeply admired him for being a creative genius. The boss seemed very surprised. The junior executive asked him if he would accept the gift of the blue ribbon and would he give him permission to put it on him. His boss, surprised, said, "Well, sure." The junior executive took the blue ribbon and placed it right on his boss's jacket above his heart. As he gave him the last extra ribbon, he said, "Would you do me a favor? Would you take this extra ribbon and pass it on by honoring somebody else? The young boy who first gave me the ribbons is doing a project in school, and we want to keep this recognition ceremony going and find out how it affects people." That night, the boss came home to his 14-year-old son and sat him down. He said, "The most incredible thing happened to me today. I was in my office, and one of the junior executives came in and told me he admired me and gave me a blue ribbon for being a creative genius. Imagine. He thinks I'm a creative genius. Then he put this blue ribbon that says, 'Who I am makes a difference' on my jacket above my heart. He gave me an extra ribbon and asked me to find somebody else to honor." As I was driving home tonight, I started thinking about whom I would honor with this ribbon, and I thought about you. I want to honor you. My days are really hectic, and when I come home, I don't pay a lot of attention to you. Sometimes I scream at you for not getting good enough grades in school and for your bedroom being a mess. But somehow tonight, I just wanted to sit here and well, just let you know that you do make a difference for me. You do make a difference for me. Besides your mother, you are the most important person in my life. You are a great kid, and I love you. startled boy started to sob, and he couldn't stop crying. His whole body shook. He looked up at his father and said through his tears, I was planning on committing suicide tomorrow, Dad, because I didn't think you loved me. Now I know you care. This is the happiest day I've known. The boss went back to work a changed man. He was no longer a grouch, but made sure to let all his employees know that they made a difference. The junior executive helped several other young people with career planning and never forgot to let them know that they made a difference in his life, one being the boss's son. The young boy and his classmates learned a valuable lesson. Who you are, and I share this with you, who you are does make a difference every single day. What kind of a difference do we each choose to make today and tomorrow with each other, the world, including ourselves? You are a gift. You make a difference by being here with the rest of us. This sharing is my blue ribbon to you. And if you have anyone who means a lot to you, I encourage you to send them this message and let them know that this message is their blue ribbon. And let them know how they make a difference, have made a difference for you. You never know what kind of difference a little encouragement can be for a person. Send it to all the people who mean anything important to you. Say it to anyone that you don't know, like I shared. Even if you don't know them, but they just did something in your presence that was remarkable. Or even on the phone. Or just smile and know that someone thinks that you are important, because you are. Or you wouldn't have received this. You wouldn't be watching this in the first place. Who you are makes a difference. And I always want you to remember that, to know that. You could even give one to yourself, for you at any age you'd like to acknowledge yourself for. You could do that in the mirror and say, hi, Kim at 16. I know you went through a lot of hard stuff, and I'm giving this blue ribbon to you. You could end up with a few blue ribbons stuck all over your mirror, and even put the ages that you gave them to on your mirror.